Hello and welcome to Debate 9, Debate Pattern Delta. Fire away. Alright, I am your host, Davin S9, and this is the show where we have 9 Star Trek themed debates. Unless there's a tie, we're prepared for all contingencies. Alright, we have 0 prep time, 30-second arguments, followed by 30-second free-for-all. The debaters are also the judges here. I'm just hosting and sitting in back and enjoying the show along with the rest of you. And judges can call for 30 seconds more open debate if they have yet to make up their mind. And you can also ask me my 2 cents if you want. You don't have to, that's for sure. But if you're having trouble, I have some sense. 2. Exactly 2.
2 cents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tonight's Keen Minds. We have Heather Narduzzi, Dave Mader, Jessica Chan, representatives from all divisions here at Live Long and Podcast. So we got the full rainbow spread here. It's great. Looking forward to it. You're all representing your respective divisions.
Yes, hello. Command Division in the house.
On you.
Dave Mader.
Yeah.
For the TV movie reviews. Red shirts are here. Rah, rah.
Science Division right here, Narduzzi, ready to battle.
I mean,
Jessica.
I'm security?
You're ops. Yeah, ops security. You're the gold.
Terrible decision. No.
They put all their faith in you.
Yeah, the operation.
Kill them with
Whoops.
niceness.
Yeah. See? You and the Cerritos crew. All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There we are.
That's definitely where I am.
You're in
For
Jane's
sure.
division.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this started, shall we? We're clear on the rules then? Hopefully not.
I forget. But you'll get us through this, Davin. You got us.
I will. All right.
You're representing here for the Locutors division.
Exactly, the host division. It's like when they host a conference on the Enterprise. You're like the episode you just reviewed over there in the Command Division. The Antar, is that what they were? The Antarans. They didn't get along with the.
It was called
other
Lonely
people.
Among Us, and it was a really bad episode.
Yep.
Yeah, but that some of them weren't so good. I forgot about this one, or I don't even know if I ever saw it in the first place. If I did, I forgot all about it. So yes, in the Command Division, check us out on Tuesdays for Next Generation reviews.
Let's start with one of your first debate, Heather. So you are the judge this time.
Love it.
So, be it resolved, Kelsey Grammer popping up as Captain Morgan Bateson at the end of Cause and Effect was the best surprise cameo in all of Trek. Who would you like to debate for this, Heather?
I would like Jessica to take the 4 position
Okay.
and Dave against.
Okay. 4 always debates first on this show. So, Jessica, your 30 seconds starts now.
Well, I mean, who doesn't love Kelsey Grammer? Who doesn't want to see Kelsey Grammer? I always want to see Kelsey Grammer in everything at all times, all the time. I mean, Anastasia, classic. Frasier, so good. He was a cameo on another show, and they made him his own show. That's how good he was. He could have had his own Star Trek show for sure. So, always Kelsey Grammer. It's got to be the best cameo.
Yield the rest of my time.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
All right.
A persuasive argument indeed.
Dave.
Okay, I was trying to think of this is what all of Trek, like the whole thing with this cameo was that it was supposed to be Kelsey Grammer and Kirstie Alley, and it didn't work out. Kirstie Alley couldn't make it, so when they would have popped up at the end, because it would have been like her reprising her role as Saavik, and it is kind of weird that Kelsey Grammer shows up at the end of this episode. It's like, why, And I think the best surprise cameo was McCoy in the encounter at Farpoint, the pilot episode.
All right, 30 seconds. Open debate starts now. Get your verbal jabs ready.
I feel like I don't know what you kind of told me a bit more, Dave. I was like, oh man, like a Cheers reference and Star Trek kind of makes so much better.
It was supposed to be a Cheers reference, but it didn't work out. It's kind of weird, And there's a lot better surprise cameos in Trek than this. Like,
name one.
The McCoy one.
Well, you already said that one. Name another one.
Okay. Okay. How about Ashley Judd? Was it Ashley Judd? She was in there with Wesley Crusher back in the day. We've had some good cameos.
Wesley Crusher himself showing up as the Traveler was a really cool surprise cameo.
Heather, to whom do you award the point?
Jessica.
What?
Obviously. Everybody loves Frasier, and she was correct.
You love Kelsey Grammer.
Okay, Jessica takes first point.
Man, okay.
All right.
Darn.
I apologize.
Well fought, Dave.
I tried. I just couldn't come up with better examples.
You argued the point I was going to argue on the other end, Dave. So I was like, that's really hard to rebut what I was going to argue if I was gone the other way.
I tried my darndest.
All right, moving on to yours. First one here, Dave. Be it resolved, tolerance is a key value and a guarantee of the Federation to be upheld. But, much like the Prime Directive, there are exceptions to the rule, like the time Pike tried to save the new first servant of Majalis in Strange New Worlds. Lift us where suffering cannot reach.
Yeah, I know that's a long one, guys, and I apologize, but this debate is a tough one because I was thinking about this idea of like non-interference in the Prime Directive and this whole idea of like, okay, we have to tolerate other people's cultures, but sometimes like, what if like the decision is like to kill children or to do something kind of really sort of heinous, and your sort of morality, if you're in the time and place to stop something like that, that's sort of like the debate I'm going for here. That's why I'm referencing this episode of like Strange New Worlds.
They use the kid as the battery, essentially, kind of, or was that what?
Yeah.
It was? Yeah. Okay.
It's a really kind of horrific ending of an episode, and like the Federation's like, no, I don't think we're gonna be friends with you. So
who's debating for?
4 is Jessica. Against is Narduzzi.
All right, Jessica.
Wait. Walk me through. So I'm arguing for this, that it should not always be upheld.
There are exceptions. You're arguing for exceptions.
Exceptions, yes.
Yeah, exceptions. Yeah,
I'm arguing no exceptions.
No.
Yeah, like they have a tolerance policy, and that's their thing. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jessica, your 30 seconds starts now.
I definitely think there should be exceptions. I mean, your guys are about to do an episode that I would say there should be an exception with Wesley and the fitness planet. Like, I don't think he deserved to die for falling into some flowers. That's a bit like too much. Like, I feel like, yeah, especially when you have death of children on the line, you've got to draw the line somewhere. And I feel like if you're going to be tolerant, then you also can't be tolerant of intolerance, which is the same in our world, because tolerance and intolerance doesn't end well. Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Heather, your 30 seconds.
Rules are rules. If you fall in the flowers, that's it. I mean, you can't argue that, right? So how about when Worf wanted to kill Kern in a Klingon ritual murder, and Sisko was like, no, you're not doing that. Worf should have done it anyway. Rules are rules. Instead, he wiped his memory, and Kern is now some rando who doesn't even know who he is. You should have just killed
Rodek.
him. Forget it.
Rodek. In a small but noble house. All right, 30 seconds open debate.
I feel like, I mean, it's a slippery slope. I'll admit you can't always but you gotta draw the line somewhere. You can't always let people get away with stuff, because especially within your power to do something. If you're there in this moment, then I feel they have a duty to act.
Yeah, well, it's a slippery slope, and you know where the slope ends? In the death flowers. It's time to shut it down.
I feel like this is just an argument I shouldn't have brought Wesley in, because I feel like needs everyone for that. I feel like it's a bad argument on my side.
Lie in the flower bed you make, I guess.
Is my time up now, Devin?
That's it. To whom do you award?
Well, am I basing it on who I think is actually correct, or who I think performed better in the debate?
It's always whoever you think performed better in the debate.
Well, I'm gonna go to Heather then.
Woo!
Fair.
Because I was like, yeah, I think Jessica's hit all the points, but then I thought, like, I was.
Well, look, it's kind of where those two things meet. You know. But
here's the thing: when you're the judge, you're the judge. Them's the
Exactly.
rules. You decide what you want. Thank you for the point. I love it.
You're welcome. I didn't create serial debates. I think this would be something I would be used to, but in this format, I'm more like, how am I going here?
Good. I don't have to.
I'm a format guy. So here we go. Jessica, your first
Jessica's
one.
judge this time.
Be it resolved, Worf was in fact a merry man.
Who has what side of it?
I'm going to say Heather for and Dave against.
Okay.
I feel like that.
Heather,
Well,
30 seconds starts now.
Worf 100% was a merry man. He made so many jokes. Remember that time in the Defiant when he made that hilarious joke and Jesse was like, "Oh, you're so merry." It was amazing. And when he went to Ryza and he got like all tangled up with the weather Nazis, that was also super merry and very funny. And then when they went to the Children of Time planet and the Klingons were there, and what a young fella said to him, "Is it true you could kill someone just by looking at them?" And Worf said, "Only when I am angry." That's super hilarious. Merry man.
Well said.
Okay. Rebuttal.
Okay. Well, like he said very clearly, "I am not a merry man."
I am not a merry man.
Like that was what he did. Like it was he protested. He threw his hat on the ground and he said, "I'm not down for this." If you and Q Picard have your weird thing and you want to like run around and pretend you're a merry man, that's fine. But I am not a merry man. Worf didn't want to be there, even though there was swords and battle and fighting. He's not down for this. It was in tights. It's not his style.
30 seconds, open debate.
He did. It may have been like not very merry of him to smash the loot, but what you didn't see is that he played a little jig on it before he smashed it.
There's no jig.
Prove me wrong,
No jig at all.
Conjecture.
I did not play with toys.
He's not that kind of Klingon. He's
by Klingon standards, I think he's pretty jovial, but
I agree.
That was a good one.
He's a protester. He's not a merry man. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
I just give it to Heather for the imagery of Worf doing a jig with a little bit.
I was like, there was no jig, and then I was like,
no jig.
Yeah, the jig.
I enjoyed that question.
That was a great topic.
That was much better than the one I had. Yeah.
Foiled by an imaginary jig. All right. Heather, back to you.
Okay.
Be it resolved, headcanon is more important than on-screen canon.
I would like Dave to argue for this and Jessica to argue against.
Oh my God. You're giving me the 4?
Yes,
You're
I
the
am,
head
Dave.
canon. You're the head canon guy.
Against. It's just to go opposite of your own. nature.
All right,
Look,
Dave, your 30
this is being
seconds.
Disturbed.
This is like
Starts.
when Riker had to doctor data in Measure of a Man. This is like my duty here.
Jody made me debate that Worf was like an asshole that shouldn't be on Star Trek or something like that, and made me for that. Like, dirty things can happen on this show.
Okay. Well,
But,
do
all
I go
right, your
first?
30 seconds starts now. Yep.
Okay, well, head canon is, of course, like what is actually important because isn't it about fandom, about appreciating what this stuff is for you, and it's kind of a personal experience, and you can give and take and sort of disregard certain aspects of, especially of a franchise like Star Trek that is so diversified, has so many different properties that do cross over and do mean something to each other, but can be enjoyed individually and have their kind of respective fan bases and audiences in their own right. And therefore, whether you sorry, I'm done.
If you need 5 seconds to finish your sentence, go for it on this show. But
I'm
again,
just saying, it's what it is for you, and it's personal. But of course, you have to bring it together.
All right. What rhymes with together? Heather. So
Yeah.
let's move on to the rebuttal here, shall we?
Okay, I would so want this to be true, but I can't. It can't. On-screen canon is on-screen canon. You can't get over that. I would love for my brain to erase Picard season 1, 2, and 3 from seeing it and not be canon. But unfortunately, all those characters that I know and love ended up miserable and alone in the future with a son they didn't want that I hate.
You know what that is?
It
Hot
sucks.
takes.
It sucks, but it's true, and that's.
Jessica, I'm scandalized. That was awesome. Okay, free for all. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, come on, like on-screen canon, like if that's what you're gonna hold yourself to entirely,
But it's got to be. You also have to have something. Writers have to stick to something. Otherwise, it's like a free for all, and none of it makes any sense. Like the Star Wars franchise. So, like, you kind of have to stick to a certain.
But sometimes the writers
It gets a little.
will. Sometimes the writers will like look up like resources like Star Trek fandom, StarTrekMap.com, which was this whole thing that was built online by the fans, and then the writers started using that and ended up on screen and in canon. So in that way, I think a head canon can sort of really matter in terms
But that's
of
just like logging of what actually happened. And I would argue that like kind
30
of.
more seconds. They're still going.
I would argue that writing that actually takes use of canon, even if it's bad canon, and like working around it, kind of almost makes things better in a way when you have to kind of have to work within a framework.
I agree with like on-screen canon matters, but I think that head canon is more important because
His face.
because it's more important because it's about you. It's about your person. The needs of the one are more important than the needs of the many.
Oh, okay. What a jab there at the end.
I thought that those were both very excellent and compelling arguments, but I'm going to have to give the point to Dave for the sheer discomfort it caused him to argue that.
Yeah, I was like, well, there's got to be a reason.
Yes.
But I threw up in my mouth a little bit. Now Dave has bad breath for the rest of this game here.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's not smell of it.
All right. Well, we got a close game here. So on to your next one here, Dave. Be it resolved. Replicators are more net negative than net positive.
Okay, now I don't remember who I gave what last time, so Davin, this is the first time I ask for your.
I believe you had Jessica go 4 last time.
So she should be against this time. So therefore, she's on the net positive side.
Yeah, and
Heather's going to argue they're more net negative. So. Yeah. Heather, your 30 seconds starts now.
Replicators are net negative because it makes everybody lazy. The kids don't even want to work in the Latinum mines anymore. Everybody just replicates whatever they want all the time, and it's nonsense. People are just making things out of thin air, and nobody has any work ethic anymore. We're trying to work to better ourselves and humanity, and replicators are just doing the job for us. It's AI. It's nonsense. Replicators bad.
Replicators are okay. Jessica?
Wow.
Okay, one word: bacon.
Heather came to debate tonight. You guys.
Bacon. I can have bacon without any ethical or moral quandaries about having to kill a beautiful little piglet with this beautiful snout and its cute little face and everything. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I can enjoy bacon and not have to kill a cute little animal at the same time. I mean, sold, obviously. Much like what a brilliant invention. Also, I'm kind of convinced that replicators, you can kind of eat bad stuff, but the calories are less than what they would actually be. That's my headcanon. So I also
Right.
for my headcanon that I could eat cake and it actually is the calories of spinach.
Replicator, can I have 2 slices of calorie-less cheesecake, please?
Exactly.
Yeah, just is that possible? Let's assume it is. Okay. Heather, you were saying about Latinum mines?
Open debate. Yeah.
Since we have determined this evening that headcanon is more important than canon, I think Jessica's point is valid, but also you can use a replicator to replicate a pig and then kill it. And then where would you be? In the same place.
I mean,
So
but then
there.
you would have to argue that like holodecks and murder is like actually straight up murder. So
Oh, you think people aren't murdering in the holodecks? They totally
well, I mean,
are.
I know what you mean. So a replicated pig is probably you can replicate life. I don't think so.
Do you have evidence of this, of like real murders in the holodeck? Like,
Well, I'm just saying if
Use your imagination, Mater.
then holodecks murder is actual murder too. So I feel like.
Well, you know what? Holodecks are in the same vein as replicators. It's all bad. We should ban it all from the Federation.
ban it all?
Ban it.
Why?
Well, see my previous answer.
They told you why, Dave. Who got the point?
Bacon, Dave.
Bacon probably did. Yeah, I'm not. I was more. I did understand with Heather. I'm sorry. So I'm going to it's fine. I was like, there's something to what Heather's saying, but I don't get it. So.
Same reason that people have dishwashers in their house, Dave, but they don't use them. That's why, because it makes you lazy to do the dishes with a machine.
Dave's like, I'm convinced. I just don't know what of.
Exactly. That's apropos.
All right. So, over to Jessica here. Jessica, be it resolved. Sub Rosa is campy fun and didn't deserve all the hate.
Yeah. Oh man, who do I torture with doing 4 for this one? Do I do the opposite? Well, who did what? I don't remember.
You can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be like back and forth or anything. It's more like who you think it'll be fun to argue for something. I find.
I'm gonna go with. I feel like Heather appreciates this episode, so I'm gonna go Heather 4 and David again. There we go.
All right, Heather.
Sub Rosa is so fun. High camp Star Trek. Beverly and the Candle Ghost is a classic. And it's not only her candle ghost, it was her mother's candle ghost and her grandmother's candle ghost. Generational sexy candle ghost times. Like, you cannot go wrong with that. You can't make this shit up.
Great.
You know, it's amazing. And her hair looks fantastic in all of it. And the candle ghost is hot as hell. Good times.
Yeah.
Dave, have fun with
Yes. Okay. Well, there is. Yes. It's isn't that weird that it's generational sex ghost candle thing? Like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, if it's been like all these women for generations passing down the same lover, and they're always like getting on, and then it's like he goes on to the next one, and isn't that kind of creepy? Like, I think it's wrong, and that's why I think Jody hates Sub Rosa, and that's why it's so it deserves the hate because
You're a prude. Jody's a prude. And a candle ghost. No, because I have, and my mother has, and my grandmother has, and you don't even know. Don't knock it till you try it, Dave. Jessica knows what I'm talking about.
Well,
were you guys talking before the show?
okay, but he's a space ghost, and Jody hates it, you know. And what else to say about Sub Rosa? It's weird because it's Scottish. It deserves all the hate, you know, because
Don't light it, Norman says.
Didn't light that candle. Like, what are we talking about? This is Star Trek? How did this happen? You know,
Scotland planet. I like Scotland just gets its own planet.
It's like, it's like the whole planet of Scotland. Like, you know,
all candle people. Like,
all candle people.
And like not just Scotland, like 1700 Scotland planet too. Like
with castles and like the kilts, and they're all like they're living in a very specific era, because I guess you'd have so many human colonies by this point with billions of people that you could have like almost kind of every culture. And
that's why they have to recycle candle ghosts. There's only so many candle ghosts to go around. So
how many candle ghosts are going around is my question.
Generationally.
Is this happening all the time, or was Beverly a rare case?
I was originally going to have you guys argue that. I feel like people would sign up for a candle ghost. Like, I feel like Court could sell these and people would be like, yeah, sure. Like, I don't die and I get unlimited orgasms. I mean,
he murdered the guy. He murdered the guy who said, "Don't let that candle."
They tried to stop his fun. That was all. They tried to get
just a little murder. No, you can't have a little bit of murder.
No, it's only holodeck murder. It doesn't count.
It was real. No, it was not holodeck at all. It was a guy. I forget his name. His name was like
definitely not holodeck.
No, he died. Like
who gets this point?
With their candle love,
and then don't you remember that the space ghost went into the grandmother in the coffin and she got out and she was like,
old. She was really old,
and it was really
it doesn't kill you. So
and then Beverly Crusher was like, no, you get out of Nana, and it was kind of really. It was quite something, really. It was that was when Beverly was like, I'm done with you, Ronan, because I don't know why he thought that would charm her back. That was kind of like the miscalculation of this space ghost, but
you keep saying space ghost, and I keep imagining space ghost goes to go.
He's technically an anaphasic entity, but it deserves the hate because it's mostly like Beverly going, she's like kind of in the chair and it's all like going.
Is this still the open debate?
Listen, they didn't give her anything else to do the entire series, so let her have her space ghost and her cute hair and her nightgown and her nana. Carry on, Crusher. Live your life.
Grandma erotica. She was fire.
Imagine buying a candle though, and you're just like, my granddaughter would love this in 60 years.
Definitely, I give this one to Heather. But
no.
I feel like I was biased. I was always going to go for the 4 anyway.
I love this episode. I didn't want to argue this at all.
I wasn't sure. I was like, I feel like would like it, but then I don't know. I was just hoping you'd break out your Scottish.
It was a tougher position for me to try to argue it.
It's a great episode.
All right.
I'm a Sub Rosa fan.
Fiery. This is you guys are embodying the spirit of this show tonight. It's good stuff. So, be it resolved, if you really want a non-Trek fan to like Star Trek, the best entry point would be the First Contact film.
Yeah.
I would like Jessica to argue for and Dave against.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
30 seconds.
This is definitely that's definitely a really good entry point. I feel like definitely the best crew to start with. Always start with TNG. That's got to be the best crew to start with. They're like the most accessible and fun. And this is like a really fun film. Like, I just got so much going on. Like, great music. Zephyr Cochrane is hilarious. Like, I'm like at the Borg and Picard smashing his little ships, and like there's action, there's comedy. It's got it all. It's got it all. I feel like that would draw anybody in.
Am I up?
Date.
Well, thank you. I think this. I have the much easier argument here, which is like it's the eighth movie in the Star Trek franchise. I don't think it's the best entry point. I think because there's a lot of things you don't know about these characters coming in. It's a Star Trek: The Next Generation film. It's a good film. I don't think you have to know anything about Star Trek to enjoy the film, but that doesn't make it the best entry point. I think the best entry point is probably like the first movie, even though it's a really bad movie. But if you go through the succession of the movies and then know who those characters are, then watch Star Trek: The Next Generation a bit, and then watch First Contact, or even Generations and then First Contact, that would still be better.
Yeah, you got to hook people in. You got to start with something that's enjoyable, something that's fun, right? And this is fun and enjoyable, and it makes you want to see more. Whereas you start with some not the best episode or best movie, and it's kind of like a little dated, and like this one has the best. It's like not so old that it still has really good like CG and not so like off-putting in that way, and it's fun. And I don't think you really need to know who everyone is. It kind of explains First Contact, how things start. So it's kind of a start point for Star Trek as a whole.
Well, okay. Like, am I up for rebuttal now?
Yeah.
All right. So, I'd still think that watching even like Star Trek Generations before First Contact is preferable, because it's because you don't even know the whole stuff with Data getting the emotion chip, and like that stuff continues into First Contact. So I still think like there are better options if you're saying like somebody who wants to be a brand new Star Trek fan. I think even saying like maybe even watch like Undiscovered Country and then watch Generations and then First Contact or something like that, and then maybe watch like The Next Generation, or even before that watch Next Generation and then get into the movies.
Heather.
I am going to give Jessica the point. I think you both argued well, but I think that the fun of it is where it's at for me.
All right.
Imagine watching First Contact before Best of Both Worlds, Norman says.
Yeah, like it's better to watch Best of Both Worlds first. I think
that's a good point, Norman.
I feel like that's kind of they explain it pretty simply in the film.
Where were you when Dave needed you, Norman?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I feel like people watching would get the context. They kind of explain it, basically. So, and then you can go back and see it after the fact.
All right. Back to you, Dave. I'm looking forward to this one.
Okay.
Be it resolved, if Sisko were in command of the USS Voyager instead of Janeway when the ship was pulled into the Delta Quadrant, Sisko would have violated the Starfleet Code of Conduct and Ethics more often.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh.
So, any questions about how this one goes?
Interesting.
Oh, my Trek lore is lacking. I feel like I apologize in advance for whatever side I take.
Well, does anybody want a side? Just speak up and say.
Yes, I would like to argue for that.
Oh my!
Okay. All right. I will indulge.
Scandalous.
So, Jessica, you have the counter argument, but you have the benefit of going second and hearing her arguments. And
so I'm saying that Sisko wouldn't have.
You're saying Janeway would break the system.
Janeway would have just not have been necessarily better than Sisko if he was in command of Voyager, I guess, is kind of what you're mostly arguing. Does that make sense?
I'm saying wouldn't have violated. My side is he wouldn't have violated any more.
You're
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Heather's arguing he would violate more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Heather, your 30 seconds now.
Sisko would have left those dumbass Maquis in the Delta Quadrant. He wouldn't have let them on his ship at all. It would have been good night Maquis. And he would have used whatever method available to get them home as fast as possible. It's a fake, it's a cake, whatever rod he could get his hands on, he would be in the Alpha Quadrant no matter what the code of conduct was. He would have gotten everybody back and left the McKee home. Good night.
Jessica.
I don't think he would have. I mean, like, okay, so he's like, are we assuming he was ahead of DS9 before this happened? Like, I feel like he.
Well, let's say in this reality, Janeway's the head of DS9 and Cisco's on Voyager.
Okay. Oh man, dude, Cisco. I'm gonna say that without his backstory of DS9, he would have been more than when he didn't have the trauma of running.
He would have been what?
I don't
Open
know.
debate.
Compromised.
I don't
think
know.
you said.
No, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Right.
He would have been. He would have had less trauma. He would have had less trauma, less stuff that he was dealing with, less Dominion War, none of that stuff. Like he would have, it would have been simpler. He would have not had all of
even
that
keel.
Yeah. Form.
Are you saying it would have been a walk in the park for Cisco?
No way, man. Jake and Jennifer would be back in the Alpha Quadrant, and Cisco would be like, let's get this Romulan cloaking device on the go, and let's get into the Alpha Quadrant right now. I don't care.
Where did he get this cloaking device?
From the Romulans.
In the Delta Quadrant?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There was that whole time that they were talking to that Romulan scientist, and Cisco would have maybe done that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right? Like he would have said, "No, give us a cloaking device."
Beams of shit back here.
Yeah.
Who
But
gets
Jessica,
that
you're trying to argue, no, that wouldn't be the case. No, Cisco would have just been chill, I guess.
I said, Lieutenant Paris, launch torpedoes.
It didn't have the backstory of what he went through in DS9. Then maybe he would have been like at least the same as Janeway level.
He would have met up with the Borg, and that Cisco had trauma with the Borg.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what? If it had been Cisco in Command of Voyager, he would have grown the goatee and shaved the head in season 1, and everybody would have been back there by the end of season 2, max.
It would have been done in 2 years.
Yeah.
Dave, points.
Give it to Heather. I'm terrible.
Okay, Heather.
I'm sorry. My DS9 knowledge is poor. But also, I kind of feel like you're arguing when he was in the Delta Quadrant. I'm like, you don't think you would have given up the Ocampans from the first get-go and just not ended up there in the first place?
You may have done that, too. You'd be like, well, that's not really our problem. And we have to get, home.
Sounds like a you problem.
You betrayed your uniform!
He would have dumped those Maquis. I agree with Heather on that.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
For sure.
Well, Heather, you've won, but we're going to do the last debate for fun anyway. But I don't think it's Jessica's debate, so she can't catch you. And neither can Dave.
I'm out of it, too.
Yeah, all right. So let's move on to the last debate here. It's a serious one. Be it resolved. Trek has an obligation to make content that challenges society to examine its prejudices and push for tolerance.
It's kind of like, I had one, a version of my question that was kind of like this, right?
Similar, but different.
I guess Trek as a show versus the in-universe Trek is what I mean.
Indeed.
Less the characters in the universe, but the people who write the show.
The franchise.
I'll let the winner choose their stance on this one.
All right.
Other picks.
I will argue 4, please.
30 seconds.
As a trailblazer of showing things that were very taboo at the time, as we know, interracial kiss and same-sex relationships, all kinds of things that challenge the status quo. I do think that Trek as a franchise has an obligation to push the envelope and show people what a utopian society could be like. What could be in store for us in the future if we just stop fucking it up?
Well, I think that Star Trek has more of an obligation to make TV and movie that are like good stories. I think they have a more, I think that they need to include this in their stories from time to time. It's always been sort of in the tradition of Trek, but because I think that's what makes sort of interesting narratives, and it's we live, like you want good storytelling and good human connection on a whole bunch of different things, and this is included. But I think that it's not always the main priority, or it's definitely not the priority.
I don't think it has to be the priority, but I certainly think it's important that it's brought to the forefront, because there are so many people that can be positively influenced by telling these types of stories in Trek, and it shouldn't be done just for the sake of doing it, but integrated wholly into storylines. And I can't do serious debates. Trek's awesome.
I guess my rebuttal just would be like an obligation. Like, how do you know when that obligation has been fulfilled? How far does that it's sort of like I think even in that sense is sort of a strange thing to sort of address. And like, how do I just think that including these things makes for good content, and I think that and good story and good everything. Like Star Trek is so many different things, but I just think that the trying to fulfill a sort of mandate in that way is going to not necessarily, it's going to do more harm than good overall to the process.
Jessica.
I have to probably give it to Heather for this one. That was a very good point, though.
Dave, I thought you might even like. Yeah,
I thought even though I'm out of it, I can't even get the point. But maybe
no, that was a really good. That was a good argument about when the obligation is met. But I still was like, I can't.
I was trying. I was just making it up kind of as I was going.
No, it was really good.
So,
it was a good. I would have said that. I mean, yeah, I guess it has to survive in this world and day and age. But yeah. I just morally was like, but Heather did good too. It was a very good argument.
You guys want to? This has been a good episode. You guys want to do a 3-way debate for fun?
Yes.
I got one. I'm going to assign who debates for what here. All right. So Heather is our winner. Good job, Heather.
Good job, Heather.
Thank you.
Came
That
out
was very
firing.
fun.
Came out firing tonight. Yep. So here we go. It was a 3-way tiebreaker, but we're just going to make it a fun one. I'm going to call it the bonus question. I don't know. There will be some sort of prize for the winner. I don't know what that is yet. So, all right, the bonus. So we have. Be it resolved, the following is the worst part of Starfleet: Nova Squad, Red Squad, both, same deal, Section 31, and Admirals. So.
Oh, no.
So we're each arguing one of these is the worst.
I'm going to give you each one to argue is the worst part of Starfleet. Dave, I'll give you Admirals.
Just them in general?
Yeah, Admirals are the worst.
The whole Admiralty?
Okay. Well, like, it's flaws or whatever, That's your argument to make. Heather, I will give you Red Squad. And Jessica, I will give you Section 31 to argue as being the worst parts of Starfleet. So, we'll start with you, Dave. 30 seconds now. Why are the Admirals the worst?
The Admirals are the worst because they're always evil. Every single one. They're always up to no good. They always have some evil, nefarious thing. They're always ordering down the captain. The captain always knows better. The crew knows that the captain knows better. But this dumb, stupid Admiral's here, and he's ruining the day. And, and you got to get this guy out of here, but you can't. Oh, chain of command. He's a flag officer, blah, blah, blah. But they go around in their stupid little uniform with the dumb like gold trim,
The epaulets?
with the big V on all the what's with the epaulets, like Kirk said to Picard, he's like, don't let them promote you, don't let them get you off the bridge of that ship, because that's where you can make a difference. And what does Picard do? He lets them promote him, and then it ruins his life, and then we get Star Trek Picard.
Now
All right.
insult me, Dave.
All right. Well, let's go to Jessica next. Actually, why is Section 31 the worst?
I feel like it's worse. I just feel like it kind of is an antithesis to what Starfleet's supposed to be. I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm just informed by the world we live in, but I feel like ops and like behind the scenes dirty deals and doing things in the dark and stuff, that just seems really sketchy and very anti-Starfleet. I feel like that's where bad deeds happen, and like a hide the bodies kind of thing. I feel like that is just kind of really just antithetical to what Starfleet is.
Okay. And Heather, why is Nova Squad and Red Squad actually the dead squad?
Nova Squad and Red Squad are the worst part of Starfleet because look at these little trust fund special babies at the Academy. Why don't we give them more privileges and ships to ruin, and so they can just kill each other and be sad about it? Who cares? Like, graduate the Academy and get a normal commission like everybody else, okay? Yeah. You're not special. You're not in stupid Red Squad. Get out of here. Get off the bridge of the Valiant and get some real officers.
All right. Open debate. Fire away.
Okay, Section 31 is not the worst part of Starfleet, and let me tell you why. Giorgio. Okay, amazing. Get on board.
Section 31 is not even really part of Starfleet. Not the way that it was presented in Bashir in the original Deep Space Nine, and that's what's in my head canon, which we've established is correct. And therefore, I think that you have to discount Section 31. And then Red Squad is like what, the worst part of Starfleet? Like, who cares? It's a bunch of
don't want to be
more time. 30 seconds.
Dave, imagine how insufferable they would be. Blah blah.
Janeway, Admiral Janeway, Admiral Picard, Admirals. There's
but they're always getting bossed around by even bigger admirals. Just like we saw in Prodigy, this in the first 5 episodes we just covered in our Command Division episode. There was this whole thing where Jellicoe was a bigger admiral than Janeway, who's apparently a good admiral, but it doesn't matter because there's always a bigger, badder admiral somewhere around the corridor, and they're ruining the day. So you can even get promoted, doesn't matter.
Yeah, remember Admiral Philippa Louvois who said Data was a toaster? What a bitch.
Maybe all the bad admirals come from Red and Nova Squad.
Well, okay,
God, Jessica's cracked the code.
But then they're good. They're good when they're like from ensign to captain. They're good, right? But then they go bad again. But the good thing about being at least the cadet is like you'll eventually grow out of it. When you're an admiral, you're not gonna get younger unless you're that evil admiral who tried to make himself younger. And that whole thing, that episode.
It's the Red Squad to Badmiral pipeline. We see it every day in Starfleet.
Right.
Okay. Well,
I like.
They're
I gotta give
often in cahoots with each other. The admirals in the Nova Squad.
They do cahoot.
And they cahoot in with the Section 31, but I don't think they're really.
Well, that's off the record. You don't know.
All a bunch of cahooters.
They're in cat boots together.
Cat boots.
They're in cat boots together.
I think I gotta give the win to Dave for evoking the the headcanon paradox.
That was good.
I was like, yeah, I hate it when Discovery said that Section 31 was just part of Starfleet. I was like, why? Why are you doing this?
And Dave, I will award you 2 bonus spiritual points to put you in second place with Jessica, so you don't have to be all alone at the bottom.
Time for the silver. It's quite the honor. Thank you.
Yep.
Congratulations to Heather and to all.
Thank you. That was excellent. Well done, everyone. Great topics.
So if you're the winner, Heather, does that put you in Nova Squad or Red Squad?
I'm going straight to Section 31, baby.
How's the trust fund looking, Heather?
don't have that here somewhere.
It's okay. My mom and my grandmother were both in Red Squad with the Candle Ghost, so that's how I got in.
Oh yeah, you want to hear the Red Squad chant?
It's a legacy, just like a candle ghost.
No, man.
That's the whole
No,
chant.
no
Red Squad, Red Squad. Even their chant sucks.
It is pretty boring.
Goes on.
Freaking, I love that you call them like Nepo babies. That's...
It goes on and on and on.
If you inherit a candle ghost, are you a Nepo baby?
Kind of.
Is that nepotism or just bad luck? I feel like.
Is it a curse or a blessing? I think we established it was a blessing, right?
Well,
You
I
want,
mean-
you want that candle.
As long as you have consent first, then with the candle.
Yeah.
It's dubious. It's a little dubious. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
thanks everybody.
Mwah,
That was
thanks,
awesome.
everyone.
An all-time
Fun.
great Debate 9 episode. Like, yeah, that was good
Best
stuff.
ever.
Best ever.
Yeah.
A top three, a top three for sure. Look, I'm gonna put together a best
Top
of
three.
Debate 9 one of these days,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be hilarious.
Top
It's gonna
5
be
at least.
hilarious.
You know. It's good.
And transmission.